Alrighty, welcome back, guys and gals. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's learned a lot so far. Hope everyone's accounts are properly set up and ready to get going and ready to start your first marketing campaign. So this is going to be the last video of this video onboarding series where we helped you set up your account from start to finish. So this is going to be part 9. I'm actually just going to go over a few of the features, give you a little bit of a rundown of our platform and some cool things that I think would actually help you guys in the long run if you wanted to play with the platform and figure it out by yourself as well. Play with some of the features, maybe find something that's very helpful for your business that I haven't mentioned before. But yeah, as I've said, this is the last video. After this video, you should be booking your onboarding call with us to ask any questions that you might have and for us to actually help you with anything that you might have struggled with during this onboarding series. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm actually going to start by showing you guys this little icon over here in the bottom right corner. You can actually move it around if it's ever in the way. It tends to get into the way sometimes when you need to try and click a save button down here or send button or whatever. But yeah, it is movable. You can move it around to wherever is comfortable for you. So if you do click on this, you'll see this little widget pop up. This is our little Hustlery widget. We call it the Support Widget or the Help Center. So during South African time, 9 in the morning till 5 in the evening or afternoon, we have live tech support. It's an actual person sitting behind this chat bubble. Obviously right now it's out of hours, so it's going to come up with a form that you need to fill your details in, and then we will get back to you ASAP in the morning. If you maybe sat and worked during the night and you had a question, you can just log your questions over here, and our techie Shastil will actually get back to you ASAP in the morning and help you with whatever is needed. Alright, so the next feature, this is where you'll find our actual YouTube channel where we post informational videos like this onboarding series and other cool feature highlights or in-depth dives of some features to actually explain how it works and how it can be applied in your business. So keep a lookout on this channel. If you do click here, it does redirect you like this to our channel. But yeah, as you can see, we don't have a lot of videos right now. Hopefully by the time you see this, we've stocked up on some videos and gotten some content out there for you guys to learn more. But that's still coming and it's on the way. We're busy working on it. So the next thing you would want to go look at is this Ask a Question. So this is an AI chatbot with an extensive knowledge base on our software. You can ask it any question and it will actually reference the articles related to that question to actually try and help you to achieve what you need to achieve with that specific feature. So I'm just going to type a stupid example over here, something like pipelines. Just give it a second. It's just thinking, working through all of the articles, getting the most relevant ones. Alright, so as you can see, here's a little explanation. Pipelines are a visual tool used to track and manage the stages of a sales process or project workflow from start to finish. So it actually lists the knowledge base over here, but you can click there on knowledge base to actually go straight to the whole help desk where you can find any article that you might need. This is really extensive. There's been a lot of effort put into this to actually get this information out there for you guys to make things easier for you, as we do know that sometimes technology is a little bit difficult, hard to understand. So that is why we publish this, to help all of you to actually use the platform to its fullest potential. So yeah, I'm not going to faff about this right now. Just wanted to show you guys where it is. You can also find it over here, but over here it's a little bit more condensed and it might be a little bit harder to read. There we go. So as you can see, knowledge base articles, again, you can search up here. But yeah, I already explained the knowledge base for you guys. It's just a different place to access it. And here on the far right is actually some news and announcements from us. So new features and explanations, or new ways to implement certain things in your business. We update this regularly, so keep an eye on this. Maybe there's something interesting that actually catches your attention or could be helpful for you, or maybe you learn something new. You never know. It's important to always stay a lifetime student and always be open to learn new things and open to change if necessary, if it's for the better. So that's our little support widget or help center, that how we call it. You know where to find it. Again, you can move it around if it does get in the way. Yeah, that's that. Next thing I'll do is I'll just go over a few of the features to give you a little bit of a better understanding of where to find certain things and what certain things actually do. So let's go from the start up here. Dashboard. Just gonna move this over here quickly, get it out of the way. There we go. So in your dashboard over here, you'll actually see key performance indexes, numbers you'd like to look at to see the performance of your actual sales journeys and sales efforts and marketing efforts, to see where there might be a drop off, where there's room for improvement, or where you're actually doing great. What to actually double down on. So opportunity status, this is just to see how many people are won, lost, etc. Opportunity value usually displays all of your opportunities combined value. So in the pipeline, which I'll get to just now, you'll see that there will be new leads coming in, and then they will be marked as open, meaning they have not been closed yet or won. So this value that we'll be displaying here is actually the combined value of all of your open leads that has not yet been closed, meaning that is money sitting on the table ready for you to actually go and grab. Conversions, this will actually display how many conversions or what percentage of your opportunities you actually do convert into real sales, real money in the bank. And yeah, you can look at this. A good closing rate or conversion rate is something between 3 to 5%. Anything above that is really optimal and nothing to worry about. But there's always room for improvement in business if possible. Alright, so next thing is our sales funnel, our leads pipeline. So I'll actually go and look at this over here just now, so we're not going to worry too much about this right now, but you can go look at this. Again, it displays the total value of everything in the pipeline at the moment, and it also gives you a comparison percentage versus the last 31 days. Over here, it also shows you, normally it also shows you how many percent of your actual opportunities are in which stage of the pipeline. That way you can track where the inefficiencies are in your pipeline, whether it be marketing, sales, or actual closing or success. So let's move on. Over here, tasks will be displaying that you can create for certain staff members, and you can actually switch between staff members or say all users to see actual tasks that are due. These are obviously mock examples. These aren't real information or real tasks. But yeah, it will display like this. And then you can see what's overdue, when is certain things due. You can actually also add some tasks over here if you'd like. But yeah, that's that for the tasks little section. Over here, manual actions. See how many phone calls and how many SMSs has been sent and how many is still pending. Over here, you can get a report of where your leads actually do come from, like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, maybe organic, maybe paid media on Google search or Google display campaigns. If your tracking is right and you do actually track where the leads come from, you will have a detailed report here of how many of your leads are coming from where. That will actually also help you with your ad spend or ad budget, marketing budget, so that you can actually double down on platforms that perform well. For instance, if you are running ads on Facebook, Instagram, and Google display and search, and you see that display ads are not really performing that well or bringing in as many leads as search campaigns, you can move your budget away from the display, throw it onto display, throw it onto the search campaign. And the same thing goes for Facebook and Instagram. If you see that Facebook is not performing the way you want it to perform, but Instagram is doing really well, move all of your budget or most of your budget over to Instagram. But yeah, obviously be objective, look at the numbers, look at the data, and make an informed decision on what you think is the best to move forward with. Over here, you'll see a Google Analytics report according to the analytics account that you actually did integrate in a previous video. Same thing over here, just on a graph. Here's your Google Business Profile report that you can see, Facebook ads and Google ads. Again, this is just mock data, no real data. Click-through rate, cost per click, total clicks, and total spend. Same thing over here. Alright, so that's that for the dashboard. Let's move on to the next thing. We already covered the AI ads launcher, so now I'm going to show you guys the conversations tab quickly. Over here, you will find any and all messages or communications sent to clients and received from clients, no matter what channel it is from, whether it be Facebook, Facebook Messenger, Instagram DM, emails, WhatsApps, SMSs, whatever the case may be. If it is integrated in the settings, those conversations will pull into this tab, and anyone in the team can actually follow the conversation and see what is currently going on between a client and the team. Also nice if you are the business owner and you just want to get an idea of how your staff interacts with your clients for quality control purposes only, not to spy on them, because micromanaging doesn't help anyone. Actually just makes your staff nervous and underperform. Alright, so also in this conversations tab, you can make internal notes which only the staff members would be able to see. I'll actually show you what that looks like in a different video. I'm just doing a quick run over here for you guys. So let's say the sales team has spoken to a specific client and certain things were mentioned in the initial sales call that is important. They can make a note of it over here in that contacts conversation, and only team members will be able to see it. You can also tag team members if they need to actually go and look at that note urgently, so that the next person who actually speaks to that contact or customer knows exactly what's going on and has some background on the client and can actually give them better advice or better help them solve their problem with the solution the business provides. So that's about that for now. We'll dive into these technical functions a little bit later. Over here in calendars, so this is the calendar you see that has been integrated. You can also change the calendar that is displaying. You can choose appointments. Over here you can go between people. Over here you can actually select calendars like John Doe's personal, Jean's live demo calendar, and then obviously the old calendar was just a default calendar that was there already set up from the beginning, not important. But yeah, you can actually go and look at these calendars to see what your schedule is, what your availability is, and to plan for the future or to organize your day. So over here you can also select appointment list view. So all of your appointments on all of the calendars will actually display in a row here, and the title of the appointment, the invitees, the status, whether it be confirmed, cancelled, or still waiting, the time, which calendar it's booked in, and which staff member is responsible for that appointment. Alright, so over here you can see the settings, but that just takes you back to the settings tab in the platform, which we've already covered actually, so I'm not gonna speak about that again. You can also switch your view to see upcoming or cancelled appointments. You can also apply some filters if you'd like. You can sort them, all kinds of nice things. You can actually make a new appointment as well from here if you'd like. And yeah, that's about that for calendars. You can go and play around with that if you like. There's quite a few things to learn over here. Contacts. So this is where all of your customers' information and contact details actually live. So you'll see it's their name, phone, email, last activity, which tags are actually on the contact, which I will explain to you guys in detail in another video. When was the last activity, etc. You can also search for contacts over here, apply filters over here if you'd like, to actually get clients that relate to a specific topic or tag or address, or who they're assigned to, maybe their birth dates, maybe the business's name. Doesn't matter. There's a wide variety of filters you can choose from there. Over here you can add a new contact. Over here you can add the contact to an opportunity stage in the pipeline. I'll actually show that to you guys just now. Over here you can bulk import contacts to an automated workflow. So let's say you have a workflow that you want to execute. For instance, you want to send out 5,000 farming messages or farming WhatsApps to your customer base to inform them about an offer. This is where you'll do it. You'll actually go build a small automation for that, select all the contacts you want to throw into that automation or who you want to receive that message, and then just add them here. Over here you'll see it says send SMS. So remember guys, we integrated WhatsApp Mobile as the service provider for SMSs. So please do not go and do bulk messaging via this function over here. You will get your number banned and you will lose access to that number, because Meta is very strict about using personal numbers, or which is not the WhatsApp API I've spoken about. They are very strict about their regulations for using those numbers for marketing purposes. Over here you can do bulk emails. You can again select all the contacts necessary, send them an email, send them an email template, all of those nice things. You can add contact tags, remove contact tags, delete contacts, send review requests directly from this dashboard. If you want to send a review request to about 5,000 to 10,000 or how many ever clients you may have, you'll do that over here. If you want to export all of your contacts as a CSV file, this is where you'll do it. And if you want to import any new contacts, you will do it over here. Just make sure that all the contact details are in a CSV file. You can import the contacts, select the CSV file, and just map all of the relevant fields that you actually want in your contact details. So let me just show you an example of contact fields. Over here, first name, last name, email, phone, date of birth, contact source, where it came from, contact type, lead, general information, and additional information. So these are the fields that you would actually be mapping when you import via a CSV file. I don't actually have a contact list to import right now, but I will make a detailed video about that in the future. And over here, as I've explained previously, there is a WhatsApp business API that you can go and register for under settings. It is $20 and you can register just a little simple SIM card with your phone, register a number to that API, and then you can just chuck the SIM card. Not necessary from there on out. But this is the function to actually send bulk WhatsApps out, like 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, how many ever contacts you have. Just make sure that Meta approved your marketing template before you actually send it, because that can also hurt the reputation of your number, and WhatsApp might actually block that number if you use templates that are not approved or violate any of their regulations. You can also merge contacts. Let's say you have duplicate contacts. Maybe the same contact came in from two different sources. Let's say they came in from Facebook and they also came in via your website form, and the system by chance or accidentally registered them as two different contacts. You can select those two contacts and say merge, and then you can actually select which details to keep for that contact, and it will only be one contact instead of duplicate 2, 3, 4 contacts of the same person. Alright, so that's that. Bulk actions. Over here you'll see any bulk actions that you've taken. Let's say you've sent bulk emails, bulk WhatsApps, deleted, imported, whatever the case may be. You'll see that over here just to check the status of it, to see when it was completed and if it was successful. Alright, so over here again, tasks. You can go and add tasks over here for your staff members. Go and assign it to certain staff members, set the due dates, assign a contact if necessary, maybe a little description and title, and you can also select complete over here. You can also filter this list to see what's due today, what's overdue, and what is upcoming. These things we'll actually discuss in another video. The rest of the things that I haven't touched on, I'm just touching on all of the important features that might be necessary for your business activities. So next we're going to look at the opportunities pipeline. Over here, this is the sales journey of your client from becoming a lead to becoming a hot lead, which is who is really interested in your product or service, or is having a conversation with you already, to booking a lead when they do actually book a demo with you to see your product live and in action, which is always a very good thing. By the time they get booked for a demo, the chances of converting them are quite high. If they didn't show up for the demo, you can move them to this stage in the pipeline, and then after you've closed them and won and the money is in the bank, you can move them to the service completed stage. This is just to track where your customers are in this journey. Gives you a clear indication of how to handle that client moving forward. Over here at pipelines, you can actually create new pipelines. You can edit the stages if you want. You can add new stages. Let's say new lead Facebook. Let's maybe say cancelled service over here, because that's also a good indication for client relations. Maybe if they cancel the service, you give them a call. Maybe you guys can work out a deal to keep them on as a customer, help them as a customer if they're struggling financially, maybe, to make sure that you don't lose them, because it is always more expensive to get a new client than it is to keep an existing client. Keep that in mind. But yeah, this is where you edit your pipeline. You can just say save, and you'll see it did update over here. New lead FB, Facebook, no show, service completed, and then over here, cancelled service. Again, bulk actions, any bulk actions taken in this leads pipeline, whether it be moving a lot of clients over, deleting a lot of clients, etc., that you'll see here, and you can view the status, user that did it, when it was executed, and whether it was successful or not. So let's move on to the payments tab over here. Over here in the invoice and estimates, you can create recurring invoices, you can create invoice templates, and you can create estimates, which is just another word for quotes. You'll also get a detailed report on invoices that are on draft, invoices that are due, invoices received, and invoices that are overdue, which is normally 60 days plus or 30 days plus, depending on your terms and conditions or terms of service. You'll see when you go here, it will prompt you to connect at least one payment gateway to start receiving payments via our platform. I will get to that over here just now. So over here, you can store any important documents or contracts between you and your clients, or maybe internal documents. You can add new ones over here. You can upload existing PDFs if you want from your actual device. You can also import from template library if you don't want to go and create a whole new document and you just want to use one of these existing templates, or you can create one from scratch. Good job. This is the documents and contracts section. You can also sort it by date to see what was created when. So next up is the orders. This is usually if you have an online store, your orders will pull into here, especially if you integrate your Shopify or your WooCommerce. All of your orders submissions will be tracked over here, and you can see what is due, what needs to be shipped, what has already been shipped, what has been paid, maybe even returns, stuff like that. You can also import all data in a CSV file if you need to. Again, abandoned checkouts over here. As I've explained in previous videos, what the capabilities are with our platform for abandoned checkouts. But here is a dashboard where you can actually go and view who your abandoned checkouts are, and you can maybe have a rep or a success manager or whoever it may be, give that person a personalized call, make them feel wanted, make them feel important, and you can actually try and convince them to finish the checkout, or you can just send them an automated message as I've explained before. Over here, subscriptions. If you have a subscription-based service, this is where you will add any of the subscriptions, and all of them will display over here. Payment links. This is where you create payment links to send to customers via WhatsApp or SMS or email. They can just click on the link, add their cart, and pay directly on their phone. No hassles. You get your money. They get a bill settled. All done. For this, you have to have a payment integration set up, and we'll get to that shortly. Transactions, track customer payments at a single place. So all payments made, you can go and track over here. Products, if you have physical products, collections, inventory, you can also do inventory reports with our platform. We'll get to that a little bit later. But over here, you can add physical products. You can say include in your online store, enter the title, description, maybe you have a label, add it to a collection. You can set your tax settings over here. You can maybe upload a little video or a little photo of the product over here. Set your price, whether it be monthly recurring or one time. Type your price in over there, and then the compare at price you can also put here. So it says enter value higher than your price to display a markdown. So this is just to maybe give the illusion that the price used to be more expensive, but now it is on sale. That creates a little bit of urgency and need for the client, maybe convincing them to actually convert and buy. You can also track inventory over here. You can add different prices for the same product. Maybe sometimes you run a sale at the end of every month, something like that for a specific product. Over here you can enter SEO details, etc. And that is how you add a product. So over here you can create any coupons. If you maybe have a special running, you can create a coupon. You can limit the coupon to how many times it's allowed to be used, how many times one user is allowed to use that specific coupon, and you can also make the coupon a percentage or a fixed amount. You can also make the coupon so that it is only valid for a certain time or a certain amount of users, and then when that is up, the coupon is not valid anymore. So these are settings. Not going to worry about that too much right now. Over here you'll see receipts, taxes, notifications, shipping, delivery, shipping origin, subscriptions. You guys can go through this and go and play around a little bit. Over here is where you would put in the details of a receipt a customer receives after paying for a product. You can go and customize that from your email address, subject, thank you for your recent purchase. Maybe type a little thank you note saying thank you for your interest and thank you for your support, etc. You can go and personalize this to your brand. It's always nice when a company cares about their customers. So over here you'll see payment integrations. So at this moment we have Stripe, PayPal, and Square. You can select any of these, sign up for their service, and that will be your payment gateway that will be used to actually get payments from clients, send payment links, integrated with your Shopify store, etc. We are actually working on getting PayFast and PayStack in here as well. It will be available very, very, very soon, guys. We are actually in conversation with people about integrating that in here. So in the marketing tab, I already explained the social planner. I already explained the email section for you guys. You guys can play around there, look at some of the features, play around with templates, create campaigns. Snippets. So snippets are little message templates you can actually save so that you can send a customer a message in one click under the conversations tab. So let's say it's a frequently asked question that customers ask. Instead of the staff member having to type out the whole message, they just select the snippets function and select the relevant snippet and send. No need to type any long messages to explain products or answer any questions or frequently asked questions that customers might have. So over here you can create countdown timers, create the sense of urgency. Trigger links are mainly for tracking, but we're not going to get into those technical stuff right now. This is for any affiliate programs. Over here you can actually create a brand board. So I'm not going to show you exactly how to do that. We'll do a detailed video about it later. But a brand board is just to create brand consistency in fonts being used, colors being used, logos being used. This is for when you want to build websites, funnels, when you want to build emails, all of those nice things that customers see. That's just to create consistency and the same tone of voice on all your marketing material. Cool, so let's move on to automations. Over here, you can actually build automated workflows to automate any manual systems in your business to save you some time, put some time back in your hands to do what you need to do. Maybe do some personal things with your family if you need, or loved ones or friends. Or you can actually have more time to spend on doing important business activities that is important for growth in the business. Maybe you caught up with a lot of manual admin during the day. A lot of that admin can actually be automated. This also increases the productivity of your team so that they don't have to spend time on unnecessary tasks that can actually be automated. You guys are welcome to play around with this. We'll do a detailed video about that a little bit later. So over here, you'll see funnels. You can create sales funnels over here. They do give you the option. There is AI that can help you create funnels right now. It's not great yet. We are still training the AI, so it will get better with time. But there are very, very nice templates that you can go and choose from. Over 1,000 plus templates to choose from for specific industries, specific categories, maybe specific products even. And then you don't have to do all the heavy lifting. You can just edit the content and maybe add some personalized photos and colors, and then you will be good to go. Websites. If you don't have a website as of yet, you're welcome to come and create a website over here. We also have website templates. Again, over 1,000 plus templates you can choose from. Makes it easy to get going as quick as possible, and then you can tinker and play around with it over time to perfect it. This is actually where you will create your online store. I'm not going to do that right now. Let's just do this to close it. You can follow those steps. Webinars over here. You can see analytics over here to see who's visited your page, who's opted in, how many sales you have, what is your opt-in conversion rate, page views, top browsers like Google, Bing, etc. Top client IPs, who visits your sites the most, countries where your site is visited the most, and then traffic by device type. These are all just nice metrics to look at to actually see where you need to optimize for better results. You can create a blog over here. This is where you can post maybe articles, white papers, specialized information or knowledge about your product or service to establish your reputation in the industry. WordPress over here, you can actually host WordPress websites over here for an additional fee per month. It's not that expensive. If I'm not mistaken, you do pay for WordPress hosting anyways. So you can actually build your website externally and come and host it over here with us on your platform. It actually brings all of your tools together in one centralized platform so that you don't have to move between different software tools the whole time. You can actually just do everything in one place. So this is the client portal. Not going to get into detail about that right now. This is linked to the membership function. We'll chat about that just now. Forms. If you have contact forms or feedback forms on your website, you can come and build that here. Maybe lead forms that you have on your website or funnels, you can actually come and build that over here and then directly integrate it into your websites or funnels that are built on our platform. You can also select from any templates. Again, there's a lot of templates to choose from. Surveys. Over here you can create some surveys if you want to get client feedback on where to better your services or maybe your sales tactics, or maybe better your product in a sense. This is where you will actually create those surveys. You can also create quizzes. You have a chat widget over here that you can go and integrate into your website. You can create your little chat widget and then it'll give you the embed code to actually go and put on your website. It's a similar thing to this, but it is very customizable. And you can also come and create a QR code over here that points either to your website, directly to your WhatsApp channel, all of those nice things. If you want to maybe print flyers, put a QR code on a sticker that you want to stick around the city to get some exposure, all of those cute things, you can come and play around over here, but we will discuss it in detail at a later stage. So over here, membership portal, you can come and create courses here. If you want to sell courses in your membership portal, you can actually create a community as well. Communities are very good to bring all of your clients together, to have discussions, to see what they struggle with. Maybe they help each other, maybe they teach each other as well. But yeah, over here you can create your courses and products and offers, and you can also get analytics on those courses to see who completes what, how long does it take on average. And you can also come and create certificates in each product. So let's say you have a course and someone completes the course, you can actually give them a digital certificate verifying that they did complete the course. That's also very nice for clients, because then they feel like they have actually achieved something and they have something to show for what they've done. Okay, this is taking a little bit long to load. Let's move on. Media storage. This is where you can store any photos, videos, PDF files, not to be mistaken with the documents and contracts section, where what I showed you guys already. That is where you store your important documents and contracts. This is just for general content and marketing material, photos, PDFs, etc. Maybe some email ideas, all of those things. Over here, you'll see the reputation tab. And this is actually where you can manage things like your reviews. You can get insights, you can get analytics. The AI can actually give you a summary of your general reviews, and this does actually integrate with your Google My Business profile. So you guys can play around with all these nice functions and see all that it has to offer. We will actually explain this in detail at a later stage. This is just a quick overview. You can also see your competitor analysis over here to see how your competitors are doing compared to you and what you can maybe better on in the future. Under reporting over here, you can generate any reports that you might need to show to stakeholders, investors, board members, all of those things. You can create custom reports, Google Ads reports, Facebook reports, attribution reports, call reports, agent reports, and appointment reports. Also, you can do audit reports for payments and invoices, etc. But yeah, you guys can actually play around with this. We will explain it again in a later stage in detail. This was just a quick run through of most of the features that our platform has to offer. Hopefully you guys saw something that you can use, something that can improve your business, maybe help ease some of the systems and workflows. But yeah, hopefully you guys had a good time. Thank you for joining us for this onboarding series, and thank you for giving me your time and listening to what I have to say and following along. We look forward to seeing you in the actual onboarding call and the success call, and we look forward to walking this journey of growth with you guys to actually help you succeed in your marketing and business efforts. Yeah, hope everyone has a lekker day further, and we will chat again soon in another video. Cheers all. Bye.